The end is nigh. And this is a full-blown warning. And why I'm scared, guys. The day that we have been waiting for is on the horizon now. There isn't much more waiting. Why? Because the system is about to collapse. So many people are distracted with the world, but here we are looking at the things we need to be looking at instead of being distracted. Finally, from Will Insider, Justin, silver hits new all-time high of $49.44 per ounce. Looking at silver's chart, guys, it's breaking out. I'm not kidding. It's on the verge of a breakout right here. Look at this, right? It already took this high. Okay? It literally already took that high. The next high to be taken is this high, and then the breakout is on, guys. Right? As soon as it takes that high, the pattern is fully set in motion, which is a decades long cup and handle that has been formed. Okay, which will take it to hundreds of dollars. Okay, now I was looking at the money aspect and how much money is flooding into silver, guys. The money that's flooding into silver is like this. It's literally when gold was right here, I think. Okay, the same point when gold was right here, and that's what gold did in the coming decades. So, how much did it rise? Let's see. It went up like 1,000%. Pretty crazy. For silver, if it were to go up to the same percentage, let's see, 1,000 would take it to around $500. That's literally exactly what the cup and handle pattern says, guys. That's literally the target. Now, remember, the reason why silver will pump, okay, it's because from Kevin. 15 years ago, I bought 350 ounce of silver bars at $42. Okay, and because I convinced myself that the financial system was going to collapse, everyone laughed at me. Right? So the reason why people buy these precious metals such as gold and silver, it's to hedge. It's to protect their portfolio, guys. Okay? That's why they're buying. It's because they know that a collapse is coming. That's why you see gold rising like never before. It's pumping to new all-time highs every day now. Okay, so the end is nigh. The collapse is ever so near. I think it's going to happen next year. It's just my honest opinion by how the world is going, right? And everyone who hated on silver, gold, and XRP will tie into this all. Don't forget, will be the last ones laughing. Silver is about to get wiped out. First reported shortages in Japan and China. Now cracks are forming in Canada, Australia, and the UK. Right, so everyone is trying to buy silver, guys, and these precious metals before it balloons. Like you may not think that this is big of what's about to happen, but this is a telltale sign that the collapse is incoming. A pattern that has formed for so long, since the 90s. No. Yeah. So since the 1900s, guys, and it's about to break out. You don't think this needs to be triggered by something happening in the entire world, right? It's the financial collapse that everyone has been waiting for, so XRP can rise like the phoenix. So be happy, be excited that this is about to occur. From Unusual Whales, 39% of fund managers have a 0% allocation to gold per Bank of America. Why? It's because no one is paying attention, right? Everyone's looking at the stock market and crypto market going higher and higher and higher. Little do they realize is that the collapse is flying under the radar, or start to see cracks forming, right, in the system right now. But soon, all there needs to be is that one trigger to light it all up, right? And look, they're stating it in plain sight. But I'm bringing here the news, right? I'm coming out with the news and trying to connect the dots so people aren't in darkness. From Keir Starmer, unveils huge NHS change and declares a new world is coming. This is the Prime Minister of the UK, the leader of the UK, folks. Is LDN ready? They're saying yes. They're plainly in plain sight at this point in time saying a new world is coming, guys. It's not from my mouth. It's literally from the horse's mouth. A new world is coming, and these are all puppets. A new world, a new era, a new age, right? That the phrases are being repeated, but people aren't really looking too closely at what's happening. Now, this person is an advocate for what? Digital IDs, right? Which is fantastic because that's what we need, and everything will be connected seamlessly. Breaking: major software company Palantir declares they refuse to work with the leader of the UK on digital ID as it wasn't in their election manifesto. But either or, guys, it will happen, right? They're playing the good guy, the bad guy, who knows what type of guy. The protagonist, and then there's the antagonist. There needs to be a person to be hated. There needs to be an entity to be loved in a story, which the outcome is the same outcome, no matter which path it takes, because the prophecies need to be fulfilled. And how do we know that this will be all happening? By Silver. We waited all these years, guys. Look at this. This is when I came into the scene. Okay, right there. All these years, and it's finally about to break out. This is a telltale sign that the collapse is around the corner. And when Silver pumps, it just moons. Look at this. In a year, it went up 800% back in 1979, folks. 800% in a singular year. That's how fast the collapse will be. It will happen in a singular year. Okay? It will go up 800% or 10,000%. No, 1,000%. Like gold did. Because of the money aspect. It's the same. Okay? It's like silver's lagging behind gold. So, we got an update over there in the UK. So check what happened. So there was a petition here, okay, that people were like signing this to stop whatever's coming, okay, for that area, and they had 2.7 million signatures, and they only needed 100,000. Parliament will consider this for a debate. Parliament considers all petitions that get more than 100k signatures for a debate. So the government responded by, this response was given on October 2nd, 2025. We will introduce a digital ID within this parliament to help tackle migration, make assessing government services easier, and enable wider efficiencies. We'll consult on details soon. Even though the people voted for this not to come into play, they didn't care. By the way, they didn't even have a debate for this matter. You guys realize, right? But why do they lie? Because it says if you reach 100k signatures, there will be a debate, and they will consider what to do. They didn't care. There was only one person who said this. It doesn't matter, right? Whatever you say, your opinion does not matter, folks. Your opinion does not matter. What matters is the goals to be fulfilled. And the main objective here is to bring upon a system that will make everything more efficient for the new world, but at the same time, there will be a hidden agenda attached to it. Remember, XRP comes at the end of all this, when the rails are all set. Plus, silver skyrocketing, which means we are ever so near. 17 countries have rolled out or passed the ID laws in the last 3 months. The whole of the world is doing it right now. Okay. Now America will come last, because Americans are fighters, but it will be under a crisis where the new system will be introduced, including XRP. So what I'm trying to say here is, buy assets, buy gold, buy silver, or significantly buy XRP. If you don't, you're going to get left behind. Doesn't matter, put even a cent in, put anything, right? Anything, even a little bit matters, right? Because if you own one XRP, you're ahead of 99.9% of the world, because they don't even know what XRP is or does, right? The reason why you should be on top of the game, on top of your game here, is because then when you become rich and filthy, like super rich and wealthy off of XRP, what could you do at that point? Well, yet another billionaire bails out of Britain. Revolt's co-founder shifts his residency from UK to UAE. Supposedly he's a what? A billionaire. He has a lot of money. He could do things like this, right? He's fleeing from where this will be introduced. The IDs, right? He wants out. But the way he got out is due to money. That's why I'm saying XRP is literally or our safe haven asset, and it's our ticket to the promised land. Okay? And it's right around the corner, guys. It's literally right around the corner. EU declares US citizens who refuse the ID will be barred from Europe. But again, there's a double-edged sword. We need all this to happen for XRP to be introduced at the end, right? But at the same time, the world will change significantly, okay? And it will all be due to a crisis. So, what I'm trying to say in conclusion is, silver is about to skyrocket. It's about to moon to like $500, which means the only reason why it's going to pump that hard is because people are going to flood into here to protect their wealth due to a crisis happening in the external world. And then they'll bring down the financial system, and it'll bring upon a new one where we'll have IDs, CBDCs, and XRP. Not financial advice. The end is nigh. But anyways, that's no face amazing. See ya.